Greetings everyone, welcome to the Obelisk Lounge. My name is Justice and I am here to do a quick reading on what is going on with Wendy. I did one on her a couple of years ago and predicted a few things, but now she has really deteriorated from what they are showing us, on TV and stuff. I didn't watch her documentary or anything, but I've been reading and listening to different, YouTube commentators, talk about it and different things like that. And so now, her guardian is supposedly either selling or sold her penthouse for way less than what it's worth. I think like almost $1 million less than what it's actually worth. And so I really want to see what are the intentions of her guardian, and then what's going on behind the scenes with Wendy in her camp, that it is that hasn't been revealed, what it is that we don't know. So let's just see what comes out. So elevated ancestors, elaborate on the highest levels of love and truth. What are the intentions of Wendy Williams' guardian? I don't know the name of her guardian, but let me see, what are her intentions with Wendy? Why was she appointed as the guardian? Why did she choose to be the guardian? Like, what are her intentions with Wendy Williams and her estate? 5, 4, 3. Off the bat, I'm hearing and feeling like her guardian is actually very cold to her. Her guardian really doesn't even really have that strong of a relationship, I'm feeling like, to her. It's really just business. And then with the Queen of Diamonds, the Two of Diamonds, and the Two of Hearts coming out, it really just confirms that her guardian is really just there to do business. Like, there's no loving type of care and connection, I feel like, with the relationship from her guardian. I think that she is torn between the contractual, her contractual duties and the money that she gains from being, her guardian. But I also feel like she's caught between the money that it is that she gets from being her guardian, or whatever type of monetary benefit. I feel like she's getting some type of kickback or something. I don't know if guardians normally get paid, but I feel like in her situation she is being paid. So she's caught between the money aspect of it, but then also having some compassion, I feel like, for Wendy as well. Like, she feels bad and also publicly humiliated. She also feels like the spotlight is on her in a negative way. And so with this Two of Hearts, she's really not liking that aspect of it. She doesn't like the scrutiny. She doesn't like being underneath the microscope, because I'm feeling like she's somebody that actually wanted to kind of stay behind the scenes. But I also feel like that her guardian is somebody that is used to working with high-powered clients or high-moneyed clients. Wendy Williams isn't like the first high-profile person that she has worked with, and so this is like what she's used to. For her, she's just doing business. But I am feeling like, it hasn't come out in the cards yet, but with my clairsentience, like, I'm honestly feeling like she being the guardian is almost waiting on like a payout. Like, she's waiting on Wendy to, I'm just gonna say, pass. Like, she's really waiting on her to just go ahead and transition so that she can I feel like, be done with her situation. Because I also feel like her guardian is like, well, there's not really much money for me to make right now with her situation, because Wendy, I feel like, has been drained dry. So the guardian is like, there's really like nothing left else for her to collect monetary wise. And then also with being in the spotlight, she's really not liking that, like that negative press and stuff like that. She's not responding well to it. So she kind of wants to move on to her next, I don't want to say victim, but client. Let's see what else. 3 of clubs, Ace of clubs. Yeah, for her, honestly, it wasn't even, I don't know how these things work, but I feel like she was put in place by like a particular agency. It's not somebody that I feel like Wendy handpicked herself. I feel like Wendy had options of people that could have been her guardian, and maybe she and really none of them would have been in her favor, is what it is that I'm seeing. So whether it was this lady, and put her name in the comment section if y'all know, it was either going to be this lady or somebody else that would do her just as bad or actually worse as the guardian. So she really didn't have many options and things like that. But the guardian, her intentions are to just continue to grow her money portfolio for whatever organization that it is that she was contracted to work with Wendy through, because I don't think that she's her guardian like through the court system. Like it's some type of sister or parent organization, and then that she works for, that and then she was just appointed the guardian. I don't know how any of that stuff works, but if y'all know, explain in the comment section what that is. Let me see. 4 of diamonds, 9 of spades, and the 2 of clubs. So I'm sorry, the 2 of clubs. So her guardian actually is not necessarily the bad guy in this situation. She's not the good guy either, because she's looking at it as just like a job. But she also doesn't have as much compassion for Wendy. Like she has like an incident, it's not like, like she doesn't, she's just operating from a very cold and stoic perspective. Not really somebody that Wendy can confide in and Wendy can trust. With the 4 of diamonds, the 9 of spades, and the 2 of clubs, I feel like the guardian actually doesn't even make the decisions. It's whatever organization that it is that she's a part of that actually makes that actually has a lot of the power in the decision making. And so when it came to putting her house up for sale and different things like that, the guardian was just more so doing with what she was told. What I am also picking up on is her guardian is just the face. It's like a group. It's like a private secret group that caters to high profile people. People, it's like a network of like guardians, conservators, like those power of attorneys, like those those group of people. It's like that type of organization. I don't know the name. I don't know what those things are called. Social services, but they do some type of social and legal services, but they're very private and they cater only to high profile clients with like a lot of money. So even the people, and I say a lot of money because not everybody that we see has a lot of, we don't know all of the people in the world that have a whole bunch of money. I'm talking like billions, high millions. We don't see the faces of those people, but this particular social/legal services group or organization, they are the people that are in charge of this. So the guardian is just the face. So that's why she's just like very cold in the situation, because she's not the one that's actually making the decisions. She's just like a case manager. But she doesn't manage the case, because even as a case manager, they usually get direction from their higher ups. Like they're not the ones always making, the important decisions, because of just the bureaucracy of whatever it is that they work in, whatever environment that it is that they work in. And so that's her guardian really is not the bad guy. I also feel like her guardian is actually very depressed and she's ready for the contract to end. Like I feel like I've heard her say, these are like her private thoughts that I'm picking up on. Like she hasn't really said these things necessarily aloud to anyone, or she could have said it aloud to somebody, but maybe not even to Wendy. Her private thoughts are saying like, I really cannot wait until she just goes ahead and just dies or something like that. Like she's saying something along those lines because she is wanting for her dutyship to be over. Yeah, she's ready for, She's really ready for it to be it. And I actually feel like the guardian wants to quit too. Like quit whatever organization that she's working for. Ready to go ahead and retire. And I actually feel like, okay, so I'm seeing that Wendy's going to be getting a new guardian. The lady that it is, I think she has dark hair. The lady that's appointed to her now, but whatever that lady is, she's gonna be getting moved to maybe like another high profile person's case, or leaving, and Wendy's gonna be getting a new guardian. It's actually gonna be a male. Yeah, her new guardian is going to be a male within the next few months, or for sure by the end of this year. Yeah. She's going to be getting a new guardian. What's going to be his intentions? What's he going to be like? This new guardian that she's going to get. Who is he going to be like? What is he going to be like? I'm hearing he'll actually be a little bit more dangerous. And not dangerous as in... like, he'll be a little bit more, I'm trying to, willing to listen, like, you know, to his superiors. Because he is somebody, I feel like, in a higher position, or that also has more experience with these situations. I feel like this new guardian is going to be somebody who has managed clients who passed away soon after, like, he took over. And not speaking that over Wendy at all whatsoever, because I'm actually not seeing that for Wendy. And even if I did see it, I probably wouldn't say it, but I'm not actually seeing that for her at all. I'm seeing them wanting it to happen, but Wendy, I'm feeling like, has a very strong will. So so that's not that. Yeah, the energy around her is very it's lamentful, but it's also like warrior-esque, like she's not going to go down without a fight. This spread isn't about Wendy, but I am channeling her energy, so let me just finish this statement out. So Wendy is feeling very sorrowful. She feels, but at the same time, like I mentioned, she feels like a warrior. She is feeling a lot of lament, because she's just like, oh my God, I spent all these years building this up. What am I gonna do? But I also feel like Wendy has a hidden account that some of the people don't know about, or they know about it, but they don't have access to it. Like, they're unable to gain access to it. It's not I'm not feeling like it's the Wells Fargo account. I feel like this is an account like overseas, but it's some account that that she has put up with some extra money in it, that is hidden, that her guardians, anybody who is, you know, controlling her at this moment, controlling her assets, different things like that, they don't have access to this particular account. Because Wendy, I'm picking up, is actually very intuitive. She knew these things, there was a potential for these things, for this scenario to occur in the industry that it is that she's in. And so she was smart. I'm feeling like around maybe 2010 is when she did this. The year 2010 is coming up as something that's very significant for me, or significant for her. Yeah, in 2010 is when she created, or when she got this this offshore account with this extra money in it. And it's tied up in some type of trust, or something that people don't have, that the people that are over her, that's running her life now, that they don't have access to, and they're not going to be able to gain access to it. I see them trying to gain access, but they won't be able to. Yeah, because I actually see Wendy being able to come out of this. Like, I don't know how, I don't know when, but I see her being able to overcome it though. Yeah, this new person, this new guardian that it is that she's going to get, or this other male, I don't feel like we're going to see him in the forefront. I feel like we're going to see some type of headline though about her guardian about the current guardian that she has resigning or stepping down from her role, and so this new person is going to step up, who has more experience, and I'm feeling like he rules with an iron fist. Like that's like the analogy that it is that I'm hearing. Like he rules like with an iron fist. He's very stoic, more stoic and more cold, and a little bit more even demented than the guardian that she has now. Because the guardian that she has now, she still ain't, I don't want to say the lady ain't shit, but she still ain't all that. You know what I'm saying? And she really ain't all, she ain't shit. She really ain't to be trusted like that. But this dude right here, he's going to be worse. Like he's going to be somebody like the people that will try to like poison somebody. Like he's one of those type people. You know what I'm saying? On his own accord. Yeah. And I feel like this person that's going to take over her is actually going to be a lawyer or somebody, or like a higher up in law. Like he's not just going to be a social worker or a case manager or anything like that. Like he's actually going to be like some type of lawyer. So, I don't know if they're going to be going into a conservatorship or not, or anything or something like that. But he's going to be somebody with more power than the woman that's over her accounts and things like that now. Yeah. He's going to be like an official. And he going to try to get into that other account. But sir, you're not going to be able to. You're not going to be able to get into that account. What you finna do? Some high magic to get up in it? You know what I'm saying? What you finna do? Queen of Diamonds, Ace of Spades, and the Jack of Hearts. What is this saying? Give me a moment. Okay. I'm gonna say this. The current guardian needs to be careful. And I say be careful because she has a target on her back within her own organization. Now, this is supposed to be a reading for Wendy Williams, but this is turning into some information about this guard. Her guardian now, she needs to watch her back and be mindful. You know, I don't know if this is a Bible quote or not, but you know, it's a thing that they say in the South. I can't tell you if it's in the Bible or what quote it is, but you know, they talk about, you know, living by the sword, you know, dying by the sword and different things like that. And so I'm just saying, like, for this guardian, she really needs to rewrite some of her wrongs. And I feel like she wants to step down and go into hiding because people are after her. She senses the energy of death and things like that around her, or she feels like things, you know, are coming to an end, you know, in her life. So she really needs to be careful, and she needs to be mindful. So that's going to be the reasoning of her stepping down. Whether they come out and say that publicly or not, that's going to be the reason she's stepping down, or she's getting, you know, kicked off, you know, her guardianship council, whatever it is that they have. It's going to be for that reason. Yeah, and that's why this new lawyer dude is going to be coming in and taking over the case. I don't see her passing. I'm not putting that out there on her, but I'm just saying the energy, what it is that I see around her. Okay, live by the sword, die by the sword. You know, you got to be careful, you got to be mindful, and work on your dharma. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. And I say that because things can change. So even so, just because somebody, you know, predicts something, you know, or they may see and pick up on different things, you know, the trajectory of one's life can change unless it is whatever it is that's happening in your life divinely orchestrated for you to go through. Okay, unless it's something that you have to go through, it can change. But I digress. Okay, so what's going on behind? Well, we kind of really just picked up on what's going on behind the scenes. So what is Wendy's evidences? What is her state of mind and her state of being? Like, how does she feel about all, you know, that is going on and that has changed? So before I even finish the question, I picked up on delusional. The ancestors are saying that Wendy is a little bit delusional, you know, about her state of being or what it is, you know, that she can acquire, and delusional in a way where it's like she knows that her situation is bad, but she feels like it's something that she'll be able to quickly come out of or overcome. And I also feel like she's using her delusions to like keep her spirits up, or keep what bit of spirit she has left up. She's using the delusions to do that. I didn't watch the documentary, but does Wendy, is she, I feel like she's been hallucinating. I see her seeing, you know, like her interacting like with her child form a lot, like whoever she was as a little girl. Like I see her interacting within a hallucination as that little girl, interacting with like the different phases of her life. Like I see her, like she'll, you know, be in the bed or something like that, you know, and she'll see little Wendy, you know, in the corner, or, you know, or dancing around, you know, the bedroom, and she'll see, you know, middle school Wendy, high school with Wendy, young adult Wendy, Wendy that got on the radio, Wendy that got, you know, on the show. Like she sees, she's seeing these different versions of herself, and there are reflections in her head, but she's seeing them. So it's like she's hallucinating about them. They're not waking visions or waking flashbacks, because, you know, visions and, you know, and flashbacks, those are different from somebody actually hallucinating. She feels like the little version of Wendy, or these other different versions of Wendy, are actually in the room and present with her, and she's attempting to interact with them, and they're even interacting with her. They're not familiar spirits or any negative spirits. I'm not picking that up. Like I actually do feel like she is just imagining these things outside of her head and interacting with them. And that little bit of interaction that she's getting, oddly enough, is helping her to hold on to a piece of her sanity and a piece of hope, because the dreams that it is, you know, that she had as a child, as a young adult, and, you know, and so forth and so on in her life, she is wanting to get that back for all of those versions of herself. Does that make sense? Let's see what's going on with Wendy. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wendy feels like somebody put a hex on her or something. Like, should I hear her saying, "Did somebody hex me? Is this my karma?" You know, let me see. Did somebody hex her? Let me see. Let me pull these ones up. Did somebody spiritually attack? Did they put a hex on her elevated ancestors? 5. I'm hearing no. Not anything that worked. Like her condition isn't the result of spiritual work. I'm sure people have tried. Yeah, people have tried, but her condition, I'm seeing, isn't the result of that, though, because Wendy actually has or had like a lot of spiritual protection around her, but she just became a victim of her own vices. Oh, y'all can't see those. I got the 10 of hearts, the 6 of hearts, and then the 5 of diamonds. So yeah, people like, you know, have tried, but like again, the result of her condition isn't due to that spell work, you know, being done against her. She was just a victim of her own vices. Yeah. And it was like, this is something that was like bound to happen to her, something that was like fated to happen to her. And fated because, you know, it reminds me of that I forget what verse in the Bible this is, but it's in Psalms, and it's called the two ways. It's like, you know, she could have went this way, or she could have went, you know, that way. You know, if she would have went this way, you know, none of this would have happened. But since she went that way, you know, this was a result of her going that way. So yeah. And so any spell work that anybody did do, it just made it easier, you know, to stick because of her lifestyle. But it wasn't a result of it altogether. Let's see. Which ones did I was just... Okay, the brown ones. Okay, what was my question? Y'all, what did I ask before with this spread? What did I ask before with this spread? Because I got to channeling before I pulled. Oh yeah, what's going on with her now? Oh, so loneliness, brokenheartedness. She feels cheated, but she also feels like it's something that what she deserves. So Wendy feels like what is happening to her, or what has happened to her, is something that she deserved. Let me try to adjust my camera, move it up some. Yeah, she feels like it's what she deserved. She feels like it's just, you know, her karma. Not anybody else feeling that, you know, but that's like literally what she feels like. She feels like she could have been a better person. And I'm not even talking about professionally, like not even the gossip work that she did. I'm talking about in her private life. Like there's something, like she has like a lot of different guilt, like a lot of guilt, a lot of shame, a lot of regrets. Like she feels like, I hear her saying, man, I did a lot of effed up shit to people. Like I hear her, you know, saying that, you know, I disappointed my parents. Like she has like a lot of shame, a lot of guilt, and a lot of dread that is surrounding her, that she's dealing with. And so she's almost accepting of where it is that she is because of that. Like she's reached a point of acceptance, but at the same time, she's also fighting against that acceptance, you know, and wanting to go ahead and break free from wherever it is that she is doing, because she feels like she feels like she can go ahead and return, you know, to her work. Like she think her job's still there, and her job ain't there no more. I don't see the network, you know, whatever network she was on, giving it back. You know, I don't see them doing that. Like that can change. I'm not God. I'm not omniscient. However, I am leaning on the strong side of no. Okay, that ain't happening. Okay, it's just, you know, it's just not. She's not getting that job back. And so, and she keeps going back to that. Like instead of creating new opportunities for herself, you know, or, you know, being hopeful of new opportunities, she keeps going back, you know, to the show. She's just like, I'm going to get my show back. I'm going to get my show back. You know, they'll come around. I'm going to get my show back, you know, but no, they not. Peace and blessings. I have a friend, you know, when she dismissing somebody, she say peace and blessings, you know, and that's what the network, you know, they doing to Wendy. Peace and blessings. Like it's not happening. She's not getting it back. She feels like she's failed her family and her son as well, obviously, you know, like with the divorce and things like that. A part of her is like, you know, I hear her going back and forth like, I was a damn good wife, you know what I'm saying? And then she also on the flip side is like, was I a good wife? But it's like, girl, Wendy, he just wasn't shit, you know? He just wasn't worth the damn. Some folks ain't worth the damn. You know, I don't think she need to go back and forth in her head about that. He just wasn't worth the damn, you know? But But yeah, let me see. She worries about her son a lot too. That's a piece of her that also keeps her sane a little bit, like keeps her present. And I say sane, so forgive me if that's offensive, because I know language is ever evolving, okay? But that keeps her present, because I know she has the dementia. I don't know if she has full-on Alzheimer's yet, but I know she's in that dementia stage, and so that's why I keep using the word sane. So it's like, you know, but let me use present instead. That keeps her present, her son, because she worries about him. She worries about his livelihood. She worries about any like drug abuse and different things like that. Like, she worries about his livelihood. I feel like she's like, I hear her saying, you know, I don't want my son to, you know, OD on fentanyl, which is so specific, but I hear her saying that, like, I don't want him to OD, you know, on fentanyl, or, you know, or horse tranquilizers or something, you know, like really like crazy, like extreme things. Like, she's saying like she doesn't want him to, you know, OD on those things. So she's very worried, and it's stuff like that that keeps her present. She's able to pull on those emotional heartstrings to stay in the now when she's not shifting off, you know, into her dementia state, you know. Yeah, and I'm silent because I see Wendy considering going to a spiritualist or some type of mambo, somebody's mambo. I see her going to consult with them. But let me see. I feel like this is maybe somebody that she possibly offended or something like that in the past, though. And so she's maybe looking to, a mambo is a Vodun priest, for those of you watching that don't know. Yeah. Vodun being the one of the African traditional religions or belief systems. It's basically a priest, like a Catholic priest, but except instead of Catholicism, it's Vodun, a Vodun priest. That's a woman. But yeah, I see her going to one of those people, but I feel like she probably offended them or something like that as well, and so that relationship is a bit sour. I don't think that this mambo is the person that probably that you know that did this to her. Again, like her own decisions and things like that kind of did it to her. It's not a result of that, but I see her trying to rebuild that relationship. Because Wendy, she does need a lot of spiritual cleansing and a lot of spiritual healing, baby. She does. Eight of Hearts, Queen of Spades, and the Two of Diamonds. I don't see her coming. Man, this is so sad. I don't see her coming out of this, y'all. I just see it getting progressively worse. I don't see it getting better. Like, I just see it. I see her deteriorating further. Now, I don't see her deterioration being so rapid. That I don't see. I see it more so over the course of like 5 years, 10 years, like not like a rapid 1 to 2, 3 year deterioration, you know, or even a few months. I'm not seeing that. But she does need a lot spiritual cleansing and and healing and different things like that, and not anything that most people, not any type of healing that most people would even be known about. Like, this is healing like on another level that you can't find on the internet, type healing, or some spiritual healing from a person that is not in really any type of religious system that anybody knows about, not any layman knows about. Not any of it. She needs some type of higher celestial type things. But I'm not going to get into all of that. Let's see. Anybody anything else? There was something that came out that I wanted to ask about that I cannot remember what that was. Anything else elevated ancestors to share with us about Wendy? What does her outlook look like for the next 1 to 3 years? She has a lot of people praying for her. So that mambo that came out, maybe there's a spiritualist or something like that in that tradition, or different traditions and pantheons. From different traditions and pantheons that are praying and like doing work on her behalf to deliver her. Yeah, that's actually what that is. Yeah, that's what that meant. She has a lot of powerful people praying for her. A lot of people who could get their prayers straight to heaven, straight on God's doorstep, okay? Straight at his foot, okay? At his foot, at her big toe. You know, those type of people praying for her. People that got special provisions, permissions, and authorizations and things like that, formally or informally. Anything else we need to know about Wendy? Ooh. 1. 5 of diamonds. More money loss. However, she does have that secret account though, with the 5 of diamonds, the King of Hearts, and the Ace of Hearts. She needs to watch out for that lawyer dude. And also there's a love interest too she needs to look out for. I see Wendy trying to date or something like that, or maybe get like, you know, a sneaky link, you know, as the children say, somebody and things like that. Like whomever is trying to date or court her, or whoever she's trying to date, you know, or just, you know, be, you know, or just screw. I probably shouldn't say screw. I need to speak, but just screw whomever, you know, forgive me, mother. I know you're probably watching, but anywho, what was I saying? Oh yeah, she needs to be mindful of this person, because this person is also stealing her money, trying to steal her money. They trying to get access to like this different account and different things like that. I see somebody trying to prop her up. I think it's going to be this person, this romantic interest that is trying to prop her up and make some money off of her. Like I see him trying to like clean her up, get her back sharp enough so that she can go on tours or have some type of podcast, a YouTube channel, different things like that, because he want to make sure he kept too. So they're trying to get her back out there to make some money, but baby, that's tough. It's gonna be tough for them to try to get this lady to get up and go make them some money. It's gonna be very, 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 very difficult for her to do that. But I also do see that she's shopping for like a new manager or something like that. Shopping around like for a new manager, a new who are the people that like do the bookings, like, you know, for people like when they on tour, or when they, you know, have different or to book speaking engagements, a publicist. Like she's shopping around like for somebody within that realm, and I don't really see it being that successful. I don't see it being successful. I see one potential person taking her up on her offer, but then I also feel like they're going to renege. I'm seeing that they're going to renege on that offer because she won't be able to produce the content, the entertainment. She's not going to be in the state to produce it. I also feel like, though, that there are some old podcast episodes or some type of some not even the Lifetime show, but like some additional things that she previously recorded that they're trying to get clearance to to release. Like it's some different things that they're trying to get released to the public. It's like a podcast, because I'm not seeing like that it was like recorded with like a visual, but they're trying to get some previously recorded things released and things like that. They're trying to edit out some stuff, some crazy stuff that she probably said, or a crazy way that she may be looking. You know, they trying to clean it up so that it can be digestible and suitable for the public. But I don't see that happening and coming to fruition anytime soon. It could, but I don't see it. But anywho, you guys, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all the things, you know, that all the YouTube folks tell y'all to do. Go ahead and do that. And then I don't have any other questions about Wendy, but if y'all do, put those questions in the comment section, and any other readings that y'all would like me to do, put those suggestions in the comment section as well. If you want to book a personal reading, all the information is in my description box. I do Akashic Record readings. I do regular cartomancy readings, as you see here. I do water scrying, and some other different things on the website as well. So just go to the scheduling page, read the descriptions of each individual service that you're interested in, and book. Boom shakalaka. Thanks for watching. Talk to y'all later. Bye.